Okay, continuing the UEFA World Cup qualifiers predictions from your favorite friendly neighborhood ISB team, Sahil Rahi. Where we've arrived, Rahi, we're on Group I. Group I.
There's
Group
just too many
I.
letters. My goodness, there's too
A
many
lot of
letters.
groups. And of course, this is the Germany-Italy loser from the Nations League, along with Norway, Israel, Estonia, Moldova. Interesting
Mm.
group here. Interesting group. We've spoken a little bit about this group previously when we did a video about Norway, but we're coming back again and for our official prediction video for the not World Cup qualifiers from UEFA as they kick off. All right, starting off with our initial segment, like we love to do when the initial segment, of course, is Group of Life or Group of Death.
There's life in this group, my friend. This is a life-worthy group, full of life. It's good to be alive. It's good to be Italy. It's good to be Norway if you're in this group, because it's mostly a cakewalk.
Yes. It'll be mostly a. We're going to assume it's Italy for the sake of this video,
Italy.
because we're going to assume that Germany's going to win the match against them in the Nations League. So, okay, so yes, I agree with you. I think it is. I think it's just based on the way that those teams are positioned currently. I think they're going to have a very not easy. Easy is not the right word I want to use, but a very straightforward path through as
Yeah,
1 and 2 in the group, right?
I think so.
Fair.
Pretty
Okay.
straightforward.
Okay. So who are we watching? Who are we watching in this group?
Okay, who am I going with? It's not an Italian player. It's
Okay.
not an Estonian player. Not a Moldovan player.
Okay.
Not an Israeli player.
Okay. Yes. So it's a Norwegian player.
Yes, playing
All
very
right.
well. Currently the player in the best form, I think, for Norway.
Is he currently injured? That'll give a clue.
Currently,
He is. Yes. Okay. I know who you're going with, but go ahead. Reveal it to the general public.
I'm going with the man himself, Antonio Nusa.
Yes. Antonio Nusa, the current, I would agree. I would say before his at the time of this video, he's injured, but by the time things get
Also
going.
has an Italian first name, so he may have an
Yeah.
advantage playing against Italy.
Yes. He may have an advantage playing Italy. You know what? I am also going with a Norwegian player. I'm also
Going with
going with a
the captain.
Norwegian player. I how did you know, man? How did you
Yeah,
know?
because Haaland's an easier pick, so you're going
Okay.
Odegaard.
I am going Odegaard because, and I'll tell you why. Because we've had some videos on Norway before and stuff like that, and I'm like, again, this is the time to show what kind of player Martin Odegaard is. Are you going to take your team to the World Cup? Right? He's been on the verge with Arsenal of doing some very big things for them. Right? He's been on the
Yep.
verge, and he's a leader over there. And so far now, without him, Norway's played pretty well in some matches, right? In the previous Nations League campaign. He's back.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to lead the team to where they need to go, and he has the pieces around him, right? He has all the pieces around him now with the Haaland, Nusa, Sorlet. He has we've talked about Sander Berge before, playing very well. So he has the pieces to get it done. Is he going to get it done? So that's why I'm picking him.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I had Chiesa on there thinking as well, another player who can make his mark at the international level. So there's a lot of potentials here.
Yeah,
So
that's an interesting one, Chiesa, because he was such a star, not in this last year, in the previous year before that, right? And he's gone a little bit quieter since then.
he struggled with injury, but obviously the big move now. So let's see.
Yeah. So that, of course, is that. And now to the ISB prediction part of the video. So we're picking who wins this group. Who wins this group?
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. This is an interesting one here. I don't know. This is tough. This is
actually quite difficult. It really is.
It's quite difficult. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Reveal. Oh, okay. We got a little bit of
some
Norway
discrepancy.
and Italy discrepancy. Okay. So, Ryan, go first.
I think Norway is going to qualify for the World Cup. I'm going to
Okay.
start there.
Okay.
But I don't think they're going to win this group. This
Okay.
just comes too soon for this Norwegian team, considering the fact that they really haven't made a major tournament of late, right? So this is the first hurdle is qualifying, which I think they will do comfortably in second place and then find their way in. But I don't think they have the experience yet to beat this Italian side when it matters. Now, of course, this is Italy coming off 2 consecutive non-qualifications for a World Cup. So it's a bit of a crazy moment for Italy. But that also means they're going to be even more motivated for this particular qualification. I just can't see that happening again. I think they're going to win the group.
Okay. And I think that's a fair way. Historically, historically, it's a no-brainer, right? That they would get through this group. You saw what they did at the end of the Euro group phase to Croatia, scoring last-minute goal, right? Getting through. So they always have that in them. I don't. Some people are saying now the Italian team is not where it used to be, and I agree with that. But this is less so. My opinion on this is less so about where Italy is and more so where Norway is. I believe, from what I saw in the last campaign, the Nations League campaign, that this is a Norwegian team on the ascendancy. And I think everything I saw there in that campaign, winning a group that had Austria in it, is telling me that this team is ready for big things now, and they're peaking. They're ready to peak. I think they're not there yet, so I think they can take it to one more next level beyond what we even saw in the Nations League campaign. And I think the fact that Haaland has had kind of a poor season, right, for his club team, actually in a weird way helps in this capacity. Because I don't think the two are necessarily, motivation, just sort of, it's like, you could call it focus, you could call it whatever. Like it's solely going to be here. Yeah. This is his biggest opportunity in his career right now.
Yeah.
And I think they get it done. Just beyond that. I mean, that motivation only takes you so far, but beyond that, I think the team is good enough to do that.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying, except that I think that peak is not yet enough to beat Italy. I mean, because you're right, it's not the same Italian team we've seen in the past few years, right? You talked about them scoring that late goal against Croatia. Who scored that goal? I mean, maybe the most exciting defender in the world at the moment, right? Calafiore. So this, like a defender
he didn't
who
score. He set it up. He set it up, but he didn't score. But yeah,
sure, fair.
Yeah,
he makes the run.
So he did everything but score the goal. Yes, I agree. Yes. Yeah.
So look, there are new, interesting young players for Italy that are playing well.
Yes,
so it's a different Italian team than the one that failed to qualify for the World Cup, and then the World Cup before that. So,
yes. All right. Well, let's see. What do you fans think out there? Do you think Italy is going to get it done? That's a very safe pick, by the way, Italy getting done. Or are you going to go with me and go on an edge?
Considering where Italy is, I don't think it's that safe. And considering they haven't qualified for the past 2 World Cups, I'll say it again.
Fair. But let us know, fans, what you think. Who's qualifying from Group I? Let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts.